Hello and welcome to day 3 of the Ojeagbase Internet Millionaire Bootcamp. I'm your host, Samson Ojeagbase, the editor of Success Digest. I'm happy to have you here for this third video, and it's been a good journey so far, I must say. And from your response to the videos, yes, it's been a good journey, and I'm happy you're learning also. So, over the past 2 videos, I introduced you first of all to the internet business space, where you need to succeed fiscally and mentally, which is really, really important. And then on day 2, we talked about value, how to pull money to yourself, because money is a very stubborn thing. It only answers to value. It cannot be begged or be reasoned with. If you don't have value for it, money is not coming your way. But if you have value, irrespective of what that value is, money will come your way. So today we are going to go into something interesting also. Of course, it's an interesting program. We're going to talk about the DNA of successful internet businesses, which is the formula. It's a formula anyways. I'm going to break down to a formula so you can easily understand. Now I'm going to look at each component of that formula and then explain it in details for you, okay? So every successful business, internet business, has a couple of things that work in their favor. They all have it, irrespective of whatever they are selling or the business models they are working with or the business opportunities, whether freelancing, e-commerce, information marketing, anything you can think of, any business model you can think of, all the successful businesses in those business models, practicing those business models, all have the same structure. They all have the same structure to their efforts. And what is the structure? I'm going to introduce you to it in a minute, okay? Now, like I always say, I want you to ask questions. So if you have any questions to ask, you can easily reach out to me and the team via the WhatsApp line or via email, and you can talk to us, okay? Now, let's go. So, can you hear me? Can you hear me and see me? Of course you can. So let's continue. Now, the Ojeagbase Internet Millionaire Bootcamp Video 3, the Almighty Profit Formula. The Almighty Profit Formula. And this is the formula right here. The starving crowd, irresistible offer, magnetic marketing equals to dollars, equals to money. Very simple formula. Starving crowd, irresistible offer, magnetic marketing equals to money. And every business, I'm sure at the end of this explanation, you'll be able to correlate this with every successful business you've come across, every successful internet business you've come across. A starving crowd, irresistible offer, and magnetic marketing. Now, let me start with the starving crowd. The starving crowd, every business is, or rather, every sale has to be made to someone who is interested in your products, one, and has the money to buy it. So now, every successful business has a group of people who are not only eager for what the person is selling, but they have the money to pay for it. Two very important components. They are eager to pay for it. They like it. Is what I mean. Everybody likes a flashy car. Everybody likes a Ferrari or a Bugatti or Lamborghini. Yeah. Everybody wants to travel around the world and just lounge, but everybody likes it. Most people like it. Most people like it. But how many people can afford it? Imagine Ferrari trying to sell their cars to everybody. It's not going to work. Why is that? Because not everybody can afford it. So they have to look for people that can afford it, that not only like it, but can afford it. Now, we look at the example of the pet rock from video 2, yeah? Now, they have to look for people that like it, which is hard because it's a rock, but not only like it, but they have the money to buy it. That's their starving crowd. And they found a starving crowd and they gave it to them. Now, irresistible offer. Now, using the example of the pet rock, it was one thing to find a starving crowd, yeah? Now, what do you give them? How do you give them what they want? That's the offer. If you watch The Godfather, I'll give you an offer you cannot refuse. Of course, you should watch The Godfather. It's a very interesting movie. I'll give them an offer they cannot refuse. That's what it should be like, irresistible offer. Now, the pet shop, the person that was selling the pet shop knew, okay, there's a group of people who are interested in this and have the money to pay for it. So How do I package this pet rock in such a way that the person will be willing and happy to pay for it? And that's what they did. Package the pet rock like package rock like a pet that's only takes care of our pampers. Very funny, yeah, but that's what it is. Then the last component in this formula is magnetic marketing. This is where the marketing comes in, the sales skills, your selling skills, the ability to close sales, your copywriting skills, the channel you use to run your adverts and whatnot. This is where it comes in. So now, starving crowd, people that are interested in buying what he's selling and have the money to buy it. That's the most important part. Plus the irresistible offer, what you are going to give them. Okay, you know they want something, but how are you going to package this thing in such a way that they would forget everything and just drop their money for it, that would chase you with their money? That's what you want, an irresistible offer. Of course, then you have to also communicate this thing to them, because it's one thing to want something. It's one thing to have the money to buy it. It's one thing to have the best products on the market. But if you cannot convince, yeah, if you cannot convince the person in your starving crowd that, hey, this thing I'm giving you is the best damn thing in the market, it's going to change your life in XYZ ways, then you're going to fail. That's just it. So these three very important components have to come together for it to make mega bucks on the internet, for it to make really serious money on the internet. These three components have to be catered to, okay? Now, for this video alone, I'm going to focus only on the starving crowd. Why is that? Because it takes time to explain this thing, and I want you to get it as much as possible. So I'm going to dedicate as much time to explain each of these components, because these components, yes, these components are what matter in your journey, yeah? If you don't understand these components, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time getting successful on the internet. So I'm going to take my time to explain each of these components. And at the end of this, you're going to be well armed and ready to make your own mega bucks on the internet, okay? So, like I said, we'll start with one component per video. Now, starving crowd. Like I said earlier, a starving crowd is a group of people who are not only interested in your offer, but most importantly, have the money to purchase it. Most importantly, that part that I underlined, that's the most important part. Why is that? Because, like I already explained, people want things, yes, but if they don't have the money to buy it, it's a waste of time for you as a business owner, because if people are not buying from you, they're telling you, I like this thing, I like it. But if they're not buying it, they're not giving you money in exchange for that thing, you're going to go bankrupt. You're going to lose all your money. So you need to find people who are not only interested in what you're selling, but most importantly, have the money to purchase it. Now, smart business owners, smart business people who are successful know one thing, and that is, instead of starting with the product, they start with the market. The market is the most important part of a business success, because who you're selling to matters more than what you're selling. It doesn't take much to create the products. You can find products easily, products that will sell. You can find them easily. But who are you selling it to? One major mistake that business people make, majority of people that fail in business, one major mistake they make is that they create the product, then start looking for who will buy it, which is not how it works. Because, I mean, if you have a product that nobody wants, that means you've lost your money, you've lost your time, and it discourages you. But think about this. If you have a group of people who are interested in a particular type of thing, yeah, and then you create an offer around that thing that they desire, and then you present it to them, what do you think happens? You make a lot more money, because you already have buyers. So you're just showing them, okay, this is what you want, or this is how it looks, and this is it, this is the price, it gives you everything you want, and they'll really buy from you. That's the secret of successful business people. They know stuff on the market. What do people want? What are they looking for? And how can I cater to that need? That's the question they ask. What are people looking for? What do they need? And how can I provide it for them? That is it. Keep it in your head, okay? Keep it in your head. Now, Evergreen niches. Now, of course, I was going to say I was going to give some expo in these videos that make your journey easier. So, evergreen niches, like I said, start with the market. What do people want, and how do I deliver it to them? So, there are evergreen niches, there are evergreen markets that no matter what happens, come rain, sunshine, the world is about to end. These evergreen markets, people are always going to put money and buy things in these niches. What are they? Number one, money making opportunities and finance. Of course, money is very important. Money is very important for you to live the life you want. I mean, you're watching these videos because you want to make money and live the life you want. Money finance is a very important thing. And every year, a new set of people are coming to find out, okay, how can I make money on the internet? Yeah. So money making opportunities and finance is an evergreen business model or evergreen niche of market to sell to. The second one is health. When I say health, sexual health, physical health, working out, gym, health generally. People don't joke with their health. I mean, health is wealth. Once you fall sick, you know the importance of health. It's only when you fall sick you really know the importance of health, yeah? So health is a very lucrative market and it's an evergreen market. People are always going to spend in this market. Then the last one, fashion status. Fashion, fashion is, people want to look good. People want to look good. And if you can give them avenues to look good, they'll pay for it. So you see fashion, women's fashion, for example, now wigs, bags, dresses, makeup, it sells billion-dollar industries, billion-dollar industries. Those are billion-dollar industries. And then for men's fashion, so wristwatches, suits, all those things would keep on selling. Why? Because people want to look good. I mean, when you look good, people treat you better, people give you respect. And one of the basic desires of everybody is to be valued and treated with respect. So fashion comes into that. How I look, of course, it's a no-brainer now. How you dress is how you are dressed. It sounds cliche, but it's a cliche because there's a lot of truth behind it. So people want to look good. And if you can give them deals that make them look good, they'll follow you with their money. That's just it. So these three evergreen niches, markets, you cannot go wrong by servicing these three evergreen niches. Yeah. Okay. So how do you spot a starving crowd? That's the most important thing now. It's one thing to know, okay, yeah, I mean, I need to find a starving crowd, but how do I spot a starving crowd? So let's go through it. Number one, market research. I mean, when you say market research, when I say market research, a lot of people don't want to do it because it seems like hard work. But market research is something you can avoid if you want to be successful. You need to know your market. You need to know what they are looking out for. You need to know their pain. Okay, there's a problem they are having. If you don't know there's a problem they are having, how would you solve it? And how will you make money from it? So you need to do your market research. And you also need to be able to know them intimately. You need to know their age range, their income range. I mean, like I said, people that are interested in what you have and are willing to pay for it, or rather have the money to pay for it. So you need to know these things, their age, their family situation. I mean, if you do a proper market research, you would have access to all this information. And it's so easy with the internet because people talk on the internet, they share their problems, and then you can spy on them. And then, okay, this is what they are going through, and this is how I can help them. So you can use that to now create an interesting offer that they cannot resist. Do you understand? So market research, let me show you some sites where you can get information like this. Google and Google Trends, of course, go on Google, search, ask questions on Google. I believe in how to use Google. I believe in how to use Google. Ask the right questions of Google and you get answers. Number two, forums. This is a very important one. Forums are a gold mine for anything you want, research-wise. And why is that? Because forums are usually a congregation, a group of people coming together around a topic. So if you're looking for a starving crowd, there's no better place to find them than a forum. Now, I put a website there, findaforum.net. That website, you can find any forum concerning any topic on the internet. If it's there, you find it on that website. So let's say you're looking for people that are interested in buying products for dogs or cars, or you can find a forum.net and you search for it. And I'm sure you find forums that cater to these needs. Just take your time, go through these forums, read and read and read, and you begin to discover a pattern comes clear. The problem they are having, and then you can start looking at the solutions that you can provide, in which will in turn give you money. Do you understand? Then the last one, YouTube. Of course, YouTube, people talk about their issues, and you can watch these videos on YouTube and find out what we're looking for, and then find a solution to this problem and deliver it to them. Okay? So those are the three: Google Trends, forums, and YouTube. There are lots more, but these are the top three to start with. These are the easiest to start with because I'm looking at beginner-friendly systems you can work with here. So number two, how to find your staffing crowd. Customer fishing. This is a very active one, and I like this one because people put their money where their mouth is. Do you understand? So say, for example, pay close attention to what I'm about to explain, okay? Of course, you can always replay these videos later on and watch it again and again and again, so don't worry about that. Customer fishing, yeah? Now, let's say I want to import a product. For example, this remote, I want to import this remote, or this mug, I want to import this mug and sell it. So I would, instead of importing it in bulk, I'll just do something interesting. I'll go to Facebook or Success Digest Marketplace or Google or YouTube and run an advert. So in my adverts, my intention is to find out how many people will be interested in paying for this thing, for this mug. So I will just put up the advert and talk about, okay, these are the benefits of having this thing. And if you want to pre-order, you can come and put your details in XYZ, blah, blah, blah. So my goal is to capture their information, okay? Now, like I said earlier, an email list is very important. So my goal is to capture their information. So now imagine if I say, okay, if you're interested in getting a 50% discount on this month when I launch the product, put in your phone number and email address, and I'll inform you when it's ready, yeah? Now, people that register with their phone number and email address, they've shown higher level of interest in getting that mug. Do you understand? Some people go as far as telling them to pay a certain amount of money, pre-order. So they'll even put pre-order price, they'll say 50% discount. So let's say mug is meant to be 50,000 naira for one, and then you say, if you pre-order now, you get it for 20,000 naira. So people that pay their money, people that pay at that point, they are part of the starving crowd. They're not only showing that they're interested, but they're paying for it. Of course, you now have to make sure you deliver the mug, yeah? But I'm not going to advise you to use that pattern. Why is that? Because you have to be sure of yourself. Can I deliver? I mean, I don't want you to have any issues with your customers. Once your reputation is tarnished on the internet, it goes far and it's hard to wipe off. So you have to be very careful. Before you use this pre-order and tell people to pay a certain amount as pre-order for a product, you have to be sure that you deliver on the day you say you deliver. You have to be 100% sure. Don't do anything funny for your own good. For your own good. Do not do anything funny. Now, customer fishing. People that pay you money as a pre-order for the products you have not even gotten yourself, or you are working on that product, it means they are ready to pay for it, or they've already paid for itself. So you know where your starving crowd is, and then you know, most importantly, you know that the product is going to sell. It has value. It has value, and people are willing to pay for it. So that is the importance of customer fishing. This takes more time, but it's the most effective way I know about getting to your starving crowd, okay? Now, like I always say, you can always come back, ask me questions, or you can just watch these videos again until you understand it, okay? Now this is your assignment for this video, for video 3. Number 1, pick a niche. I showed you some evergreen niches. You pick a niche, pick a market. Then the second one is to find out the following about them, the major issues they are facing. That's the major issues they are facing is solution, is what you now find a solution for them that you now sell to them. So if people that are, for example, now ladies that buy wigs, they say their wigs are always pulling off, the hairs pulling, the strands are pulling off. You have to find a wig that doesn't pull off and you sell it to them. I mean, that's it. Problem, solution, challenge, solution. Your mindset as an entrepreneur is, I'm looking for a problem and so I can provide the solution to it and I'll get paid in return for it. It's as simple as that. And then we have the age range. I always say the age range. Why is that? Because the age range is important. You want to be able to speak to them. What's their age range? I mean, the way you speak to somebody in their 20s, 30s, is different from the way you speak to somebody in their 50s, 60s. Why? Because their whole orientation is different. So you need to be able to speak to them in a way they understand. Very simple. Income range. Income range because, like I already said, your starving crowd is people that are not only interested in what you have to offer, but they have the money to pay for it. Very important. And then their goals and aspirations, because this way you can now pull them into your offer. You can tell them that, hey, this thing, this product I'm selling can help you reach your goals, can help you build the life you want. It's very simple. Okay, so with that explanation, I'm going to call an end to this third video. I believe you enjoyed it. And like I always say, you can ask me questions and we can talk some more. Come back, watch this video as much as you want. It's free, so enjoy yourself until you get until you get the information you're looking out for, okay? All right, so I'll see you in the next video, video 4. Enjoy your day, okay?